Welcome to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright. This show is all about honoring you as a spiritual being, having a human experience. You are here for a reason, and it's no mistake that you are here on Earth right now. Spirit has guided you to this very moment in time, so you could hear the messages Pam is about to share with you. She is a multidimensional healer, light language channel, transformation coach, wife and mother, committed to helping you discover the tools and practices to empower you to live the best life you can. You get to choose the spirit path you take. You can connect to the spiritual guidance already all around you. Get ready to live a fully empowered life. This is the Empower Me Show.
Welcome to the Empower Me Show. Yes, I am Pam Bright, and I know you haven't seen me live in person for a while. We have been busy, my husband and I. We have been moving to a brand new space. Therefore, you see a brand new space behind me. And yes, I usually have a wonderful backdrop for you. So I'm going to show you today the wonderful backdrop that I have for you. It is a dolphin. Because of the light, I don't think you can see the colors. You kind of sort of can. But this first one was when we went to Mexico. We got to swim with dolphins. And so I'm wearing my dolphin shirt. So there you go. You get some playful dolphin energy today. And if we have somebody that pops in later in the show, that would be great. And her name would be Lainey Savant. I will have her on another time if she doesn't pop in today. But in the meantime, you get me, Pam Bright, with the Empower Me Show. And I'm so glad you have come to this space today to connect with me. It's been a very long time since we've connected. And here's what I want you to know. Is that, as always, I love you. I have always loved humanity, and I am here for the global community to assist you in your ascension and your transformation in the world. And that word ascension is, kind of like, what do we mean by that in the spiritual community? Spiritual community kind of understands it, sort of. When we say ascension, what we're really talking about is connecting to the higher energies, what we call the higher energies from heaven, the star systems, the galactic bodies, the earth and the sun, the moon, the planets, all of the cosmos, really connecting from our soul selves, which is inside of our physical bodies, and out, right? So we're becoming multidimensional when we say ascension. It's really expanding who we are as human beings in a body. So that's a whole world in and of itself, this whole world of ascension, and one that we could talk about probably for hours and hours and hours. And we can do that anytime if you want to. Today, let's just get up to speed with, it's 2024. It's a December of all things. So we're getting ready for a brand new year again. 2025. It's so hard to believe. It's almost 2025. But it is. It's almost 2025. And we are ending this year hopefully with gratitude. That's always what I work with in my own life, is whatever the circumstances are in any given moment, am I being grateful for who I am, what I bring, and the service that I provide you and other people? Am I grateful for everything I've been given in this lifetime? And if I'm not grateful in this moment, then it's up to me to shift that. So let's do a little shifting right now so that we come into our hearts and into our minds and into our bodies, because a lot of times we can be scattered and out trying to do 3 million different things instead of being right here, right now. So if you can be in a moment to just close your eyes, do that. If you need to stay awake and concentrate on the road or at your job or whatever you're doing, then go ahead and do that. You'll still get the benefit of hearing my voice and going through this process with me. If you can close your eyes, it brings you inward. If you have a stone or a stuffed animal even, or um, something that you can hold on to ground you into this moment, go ahead and do that. And I'm just using my own breath to connect in with my heart. And I invite you to use some sound from your own voice, and as you're breathing out, to release any stress that's going on. Ooh. Just gives a signal to your body that it's okay to rest. It's okay to let go. It's okay to be here now. It's okay to slow down. And we now ask the creator of all that is, the one who lives and breathes within all things, to come into this moment in time, connecting in with who each of us is in this moment. I ask that Pam Bright remembers who she is at a soul level now. And you can repeat that to yourself, whatever your name is. I ask that I remember who I am in this moment in time. I ask all of my guides, teachers, and angels now to assist me in remembering who I am at my core. Ela tasanekea keke te mamai se ule tarabachena mabai tu kupupu ichena maise donde sanamanaiki amayatara ikena momoya isanamaiki ia babai ki mamai use tanakia te tahi senamakai nanania sanamaki nanaya sanamayete une asana itena inea maya kicheche. Wesa. All right. And as you complete with that connection to the divine and to all of your guides, I invite you to open your eyes if your eyes were closed and come back. Welcome back. And yes, I do that every single time that I'm live on this show. And you'll hear, if I'm not here live, you'll hear me in whatever episode you're listening to. Do light language, do prayer, do connection with the divine, because that's the way that we work with whatever we're bringing to the show. Sometimes I'll have a guest, other times you'll see me, but it will always be about empowering you on your spiritual journey to be the best that you can be and bring all of your gifts forward to this present time. If you need assistance with that and you want to work with me personally, I would really invite you to do that, because it brings you into alignment with the core of you on an accelerated basis. And so you can do that by connecting with me either here on Transformation Talk Radio, and they will get you that information, or you can go to brightbutterflynetwork.com. That's my website. That's BRIGHT BUTTERFLY NETWORK.com. And that will give you lots of information about the energy of what I bring. And you can ask me any questions that you have by emailing me at pam@brightbutterflynetwork.com. So with that, we're going to do some cards today because you know how much I love to do that. So I have 3 different decks, and because this is a live show, you can call in. Let's see if I remember that phone number. It's 1-800-930-2819. I believe that's the number, and if it's not the number, I'm sure that I'll be corrected. Emily, you'll correct me if I got that incorrectly, and it is hopefully on the screen. That's right. Yay, it's right. Okay, good. So I have 3 decks for you. One is the Star Seed Oracle deck. It is by Rebecca Campbell. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty bright, but it's the Star Seed Oracle deck. I love that it's so bright here in this new space in Burlington, Washington is where I am now. Moved from Linwood, Washington to Burlington, Washington, which is north. And I have Spirit of the Animals Oracle deck. Has a beautiful dragonfly on the front. And this is going to bring the animal energy and your totems in. We also have the Spirit of the Horse. So we have the Sacred Horse Oracle deck, which is great because we've got the horse energy. Horses bring the energy of personal power into your world. So looking at how do I align my personal will with divine will and bringing that into one. So I'm not just relying on my own willpower, my own ego, my own sense of, oh, we've got to get this done, but we're actually aligning with the divine to bring sacredness into every area of life. So let's see which ones I want to. I'm going to start with the Sacred Horse today. We're just going to do a little bit of this. And any of you who want to call in, you can do that and talk to me. I'd love to hear from you. You can also write in if you want to write in the chat anything that you would like to talk about, need healing for, need some direction, maybe a setup for the new year. That's also available. I know it's been such a long time since I've done this live show. It's like, what are we doing here? Well, you got to get back on the horse, as they say, and just do your own thing as much as you can. So that's what I'm doing today is I'm just doing my own thing, and we're seeing where this goes and connecting with you energetically so that you get what you need. All right. Okay, well, this one just stood out to me immediately as I was shuffling. It's a gorgeous horse that is decorated with all kinds of color, and I wish I could show you, but I don't know if it's going to. Oh, there you go. Now you can see it. Isn't that pretty? She's a very pretty horsey. And she is called Tavi. And this is about transition and growth. She says, transition and growth are before you. So how many of you are in transition right now? We kind of all are all the time, but there might be something ahead of you right now that you feel like I'm right in the middle of it. And I don't know what's going on next. And how do I function with this transition? Well, call on horse. Call on the horsepower. And you can simply do that by requesting it. So we can do that right now. The way that we do that is we ask, Sacred Horse, we now ask that you come into this space, this vortex, this sacred container that we have created now. And we ask you to bring your energy into this collective space and give us whatever information you have for us to guide us in our next 24 hours. Letara sina ikiche, azdara yasana manaki ayakaya namaki. Soto toa yasana maki atatamite, usrabama ikichitaya taiti. Toto toene sana maiki. Oleta sana mandaki amamabaki shetu. So what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing actually a collection of horses now. They came in a herd, and they all want to assist in whatever transition you're in right now, whatever growth spot you are experiencing and feeling and wanting to connect with, whatever you feel like is on the next breath for you to handle. Maybe it's a decision that you need to make. Is it a journey that you are taking? Maybe out of town for the holidays, and you're a little concerned about that. Call on horse. Nasradaya daya ye, odaya sana mama ye, odaya sana maya me, koyataya ye. So the horse energy is, as I said, it's a herd of cattle, yes, cattle are wanting to assist as well, the beautiful cow energy. But the horse energy, they're all corralling around us. And they have the position of presence, the horse presence. So when I say presence, it's where are you in space? Can you call forth, bring back all of yourself to yourself? The horse energy allows you to do that. So you can call on horse energy for that ability. Say, I call on the horse for my presence. Help me be in my own body, my own space now. I call back all the different parts of me that have been away from me, have been connected to other people that I feel drained because of that, and I call back myself. And so they help you. We're just pulling them back, pulling it back, pulling it back to self. I now claim my multidimensionality in this body. And so it is. All right, so that's the horse energy. That's something that they bring, is their presence of power, personal power, connecting to the sacred and divine power of the universe. So if you want to have a horse card, let me know in the comments or calling on the phone. And you've got the number in front of you on the screen. You can do that. What else can I tell you about horse? Let's see. What horse energy else wants to come in? Well, the one that I showed you had lots of color on her. And so looking at, and this particular shirt I'm wearing has a lot of color as well. So let's look at color. Color shows, well, we can see color with our physical eyes. There's also color that is not in the spectrum of our eyes that that is still present in the universe, but you can't see it necessarily, because it's beyond your physical vision, but it exists. So how do we connect to those energies that are beyond our physical sight? Our third eye. Our third eye is really good for that. So you can just tap on your third eye right here, this space between your eyebrows, and ask your third eye to help you see. See color, see people, see vision of your future. You can just ask that third eye to present something to you. And as you do that, you will be shown something. And it's kind of a wake up too, because a lot of times our third eye is asleep because we haven't used it. So this actually helps wake it up a little bit too. So I now ask my psychic eye to show me what I need to see right now. Show me what I need to see right now. So I'm seeing holiday lights. My husband and I are wanting to go and look at lights. And I saw a flash vision of my daughter. And I'm seeing my mom. So that's how the third eye works. It's just whatever's there, it'll just pop up. It'll just pop up for you. So you can try that and see, how that works for you to wake it up. You might have a specific question that you want to ask, and your psychic eye will go into your future self or your past self or your multi-dimensional self and gather the information to show you a picture of what you want to know. That's another way to use psychic information, is to, tap. Tapping is really great for helping you to center into who you are. Just ask questions. All right. So let's see. What else do we want to do today? What else can I tell you? A couple months back, as you were tuning in, you might have heard me talk about some challenges that I'd been having in my personal life, and those challenges with family. I don't know how many of you have challenges with your own family. This is a heightened time of the year that could be happening for many of you. And so once again, the line is open if you want to connect to me here live. We'll be here until approximately 1 o'clock, whatever time it is now. I don't even know. But yeah, I don't have a clock. But anyway, we will find out, how long we have. I'll be shown how much time we have here. If we don't have enough time here to connect live, then you can definitely email me. Thank you for that. We've got about 30 minutes, I just heard. You can connect to me on brightbutterflynetwork.com. You can Facebook me as well. I'm on Facebook, so you can find me at Pamela Bright or Pam Bright and friend me if we're not connected as friends, or you can go to Bright Butterfly Network or Bright Butterfly Enterprises, I believe, on Facebook, and ask questions there. So lots of different ways that we can connect, and I'd love to work with you, help you along, really getting fixed on solution, because we deal with healing, of course, here at the Empower Me Show and Bright Butterfly Network, but we don't focus solely on, oh, it's a problem and we're going to fix it. We look at, okay, given all of that you've experienced in your life, how can we get to a new space of wholeness and honoring. When we honor where we've been and who we've been and the problems that we have overcome or, gotten to a new trajectory with, it opens up a whole new world for us. So, what do you have to be grateful for today? What do you want to honor today? Did you just go through a difficult breakup? Did you just lose somebody in your family, a loved one that has passed? You're grieving? Did you just lose a job? Did your favorite dog just pass away? Are you having a health crisis? All of those things that you're dealing with right now, all of those can be honored in different ways. And it's simply acknowledging what is so, acknowledging where you have misstepped, where you have judged yourself and someone else, allowing yourself to feel whatever you're feeling. All of these things help with honoring, giving yourself permission to be wherever you're at. That's really, really important. It's vital to your well-being. And when you honor yourself for who you are and where you've been and where you want to go, it opens up a whole new world, right? So as I mentioned to you, I have had some challenges in my own life with my family. And, we've had some great, great openings with that. And we've had some sadness with it. And we've had some challenges. And the deal is that I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still joyful. I'm still grateful that I'm in a body and that I get to experience this amazing, amazing life, amazing world, and that it keeps opening to even more experience. So I'm very, very happy about that. So I am feeling called to connect with my producer, Emily, on the other end of this phone line, if you will, and ask her if she would like to have a little reading.
Yes, that sounds great.
Okay, so I have 3 different decks. As I said, I've got the Sacred Horse deck, I've got the Starseed Oracle deck, or the Spirit Animals deck.
I liked what you were saying about the horses earlier, so I think I'll go with that.
Okay, great. So you have a connection with horses, don't you, Emily?
I like them, but I've never had any experience with them.
Okay, all right. So what is it that you like about horses?
Um, I like how big they are and strong. I think it's cool.
Mhm, mhm. And have you ridden horses before?
I did, but it's been so long I don't remember now.
Mhm, mhm. Well, yeah, they have a power that is unmistakable in them. As I mentioned, what came through for the collective was the energy of presence, being present to who you are and what is available to you. And so, how does that occur for you when I say that?
With presence, it's making me think of slowing down, which is something that I've been told on your show before. Is that something I
Mhm.
need to do? And it's uh, something that I've been thinking about for my 2025 resolution.
Ah, okay, great. So slow down. All right. Right. So what's available to you if you slow down?
Being grounded and in the present moment. Um, Also, I'm an artist, and I feel like I also rush through my art. And I want to slow
Mm.
down with that too and just take my time and enjoy the process with it because I feel like I just kind of rush through everything.
Uh-huh. Okay. So really being in the moment sounds like is something that you're really wanting to bring in for yourself.
Yeah, in a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
that's beautiful. All right. So one of the ways that I do that for myself is that I use my breath, and I talk a lot about breath in this show, is even if you take, let's say you only have 5 minutes, take that 5 minutes and close your eyes and simply breathe. Nice and deep breaths through your belly and then through your nose, and then and you can actually feel that with that exhalation, some of the stress leaving. And if you practice that a little bit, it'll it can become a practice for you. So that's something that occurs to me that could really be helpful
Yeah,
to connect with being present and being in the moment.
yeah.
All
I feel
right.
like I
So,
breathe pretty shallowly, so taking a deep breath is always like helpful for me. I'm like, oh, I
yeah.
needed that air.
Okay, well that's good. All right. So we're going to have you pick which card is for you by telling me where to stop with my hand.
Stop.
All right. What did Emily choose? Galloping collective, cohesive bonds. Okay, so you are very much connected to getting it all done with everybody, aren't you?
Yeah.
Making sure it's handled. Yep. Now, that's really actually it's part of the it's hard part of the herd mentality. It's part of the what they do. But they also, they watch out for each other, which is important, right? It's important to watch out for each other, and it's important to know that you're all in it together. And on an individual basis, it's really important that you know how to take care of you first. Because a lot of times when we're in the collective and we're making sure everybody else is taken care of, we forget that we have to take care of ourselves too, right?
Right.
So do you feel like you're galloping all the time?
Yes, definitely.
Uh-huh. Like, what would it be like to just pause and stop for, even a minute? Just stop and breathe and go, oh, I'm right here in space. Oh, okay, I'm not 10 light years away. I'm right here right now.
Yeah.
Even if bring that awareness into the moment, it's going to shift you a lot, because then you're not just running from task to task to task and then not realizing that you have a choice in the matter.
Yes, if I like want to do something or need to do something, I'll just think about it until I do it. So I need to like
Mm,
clear my mind sometimes and it's okay if it's not done for a second.
yeah, yeah. So do you ever make a list for the day?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm like, I have to cross it all off.
Oh, okay. So you're one of those that must get it done, or
Yeah.
else.
Or else I'll be thinking about it.
So what happens inside of yourself if you don't get it done?
I feel like I obsess on it.
Mm. Do you beat yourself up too
Yeah.
if you don't get it done? Oh, honey, that's so hard on you. That's so hard on you. That's guilting yourself.
Yeah, it's
How
busy.
how effective is that?
Not very.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, that could be a New Year's resolution for yourself is I will no longer, when I feel myself beating myself up, I will pause and make a new choice.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay? So if you do that, let's say, like right now, is there something that you're guilting yourself about, beating yourself up about right now?
Well, there is something I do need to do, but I'm afraid I need to get my wisdom teeth out, and it's just been on my
Mm,
mind because I'm really afraid to do it.
mm. Okay, so that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And and um what else can you do besides worry about it? How can you be proactive with, okay, I realize this needs to be done. What can I do to bring down the worry with it? What's one thing that you can do?
I think if I just made the appointment, I would stop constantly thinking about it and just be like, okay, it's happening and it needs to be done, and then I'll just do it when the appointment happens.
Okay, all right. So are you worried about the process?
Yes, every step of the process scares me.
Okay, all right. So something that I am aware of and I have done for myself with a procedure that I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen with this, is that I ask. I call the doctor, call the nurse line, call somebody that's been through it, say, can you walk me through the process? What is it that is going to happen so that I'm prepared?
Yeah,
That's
I
something
think
that you could do.
understanding it would erase a lot of my fears.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a
Mm-hmm.
good idea.
Yeah. Another thing that I do, that's why I talk so much about spirit guides and I talk so much about connecting with the divine, is that anything in my life, I make sure that I'm connected. So I have a concern, I send it up to spirit and I say, please help me with this thing that I need to do that I'm afraid to do. Give me the strength to go through with it. Send me a helper to walk me through the process. Go with me to the appointment, you know, go through the whole thing with you. So you're not feeling like you're doing it alone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I think that would make me feel better. I think that's a good idea.
That's great. And on the physical level, on this earth level, um, asking a friend, hey, do you happen to have time on this date for this procedure? Can you go with me? So that I'm not going in alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing that's available, especially because I think you have to.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but I think you have
Yeah,
to.
I don't want to go alone.
I think they say, look, you need to bring somebody with you to drive you there and back. So that's another thing that they kind of put into the works so that it helps. Anyway, so those are the things that come through for you with the horse reading. Thank you for playing
Thank you.
Healing Cars with Pam.
Thank you.
All right, so we have how many minutes left?
We will have like 13 minutes left.
13 minutes. All right, folks, 13 is our lucky number. So if you want to talk to me, now's the time. I know some of you are busy, 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 so you're not here live with me, and that's okay. If you are here live, don't hesitate. Just connect, right? Because I'm here for you. So, what else can I tell you about what's transpired? Well, I am an empty nester now, which means that I am a mother and my child is no longer living in our home with us, my husband and I. So my husband and I moved to a beautiful community with, 170 units in it. And it's all one new space, which is beautiful. But it's all folks that are 55 and up. And so brand new experience, brand new energy, brand new town. Um, and my daughter is doing what she can to grow up and to work and get a life and, have her experiences as a young adult now. And so that's new. That's what's been going on for the last few months, is we've been going through that transition. And so transition in my life occurs a lot. That's why transformation is at my core. That's why I connect to the butterfly, because the butterfly is all about transformation and its distinct phases of transformation. So those of you who receive my newsletter have seen some writings that have come through around the different levels of the process of the butterfly journey. And each of those phases is distinct. So first we start out with the egg. The egg is possibility, is whole new world, whole new vista that is opening up to us. You might be starting a new project, and so you're at the egg phase. It's just an idea. And so you've got that idea that's forming into this entity, this being that is not quite ready to hatch. And then from the egg, what emerges is the caterpillar, which is a whole new phase of, oh, it's a being now, very connected to the earth. And so we learn how to navigate as humans on the earth, and learning from the elements of earth, and the fire, the water, the air, the earth elements. And we connect in with our, our needs for our sustenance with the earth. And how do we use, our physicality to navigate through our life? And then we go into the next phase, which is we become then a cocoon. We wrap our cocoon around ourselves so that we get to the next phase of the chrysalis. And the chrysalis is really bringing our egg and caterpillar experiences into this new body that's wanting to feel and experience them combined. And we're in a melting pot, if you will, or a big cauldron of mixology, alchemy, allowing ourselves to experience the juices of what's been and what will be and what gets to happen next in the world. And so we're experiencing that phase. It could be also called the goo phase because the caterpillar is in this chrysalis, but it really has become, from the egg and the caterpillar, it then dematerializes and becomes this soup, if you will, this organic soup of essence in this container called the chrysalis. And then from that chrysalis, the butterfly gets to be formed from there. And she then gets to spread her wings and experience flight. But in order to do that, she's got to break through this cocoon, this chrysalis, which is difficult to break through that. It takes some willpower. It takes some courage. It takes some honoring of what has been, and really the vision of what can be with her in her wings. And so that's a whole other phase. And then from that bursting through and tearing apart that chrysalis, out comes this beautiful butterfly, where she gets to spread her wings and fly and and navigate the world in flight and go distances and experience the beauty that is her body. And so, in a nutshell, there you go. There is the information for the butterfly journey. You might find yourself in different parts of that. So where are you in that process? Would you like some support in that process? I would love to support you in that. So on this journey, on this particular show, we experience healing, we experience honoring, we experience our fears, we experience our challenges, we experience our vision of where we want to go. We open up to the possibilities that exist before us. We take on the reality of, you know what? I am much more than this physical self. I am multidimensional, which means that I can travel to the stars and I can travel to places in my mind. I can connect to my loved ones. I recommend water, which I'm going to get some right now. Water will connect you to your energetic self and help your whole system to realign and to function properly. So I know we are winding down to the last few minutes of our time together. So I want to thank you for your time with me now. And those of you who are going to see this after the live show, replay it as much as you want to, connect to my website, ask questions, connect with me if you want further support. I would love to support you, especially in the new year, because the new year is always kind of a reset for me of, okay, so the last year happened, lots happened, and I got a brand new adventure coming up, and I get to get support for that. So now's the time to think about self-care with that, getting a coach, having a healer work with you. Light language, I'll tell you, light language is a great way to, it's kind of like a laser beam. It just kind of go a roto-rooter, roto-rooter will go and yank out what's in the way. I think of light language as that. It's a way to really hone in on what's deep in the psyche, deep in the subconscious, deep in the cellular memory that might be hindering where I want to go or where I think I am ready to go, where my soul is pushing me to go. And light language will get through all of the morass that tends to pile up when we're in a human body. So light language does great things with that. So that's one of the tools that I have that is available to you if you want to experience that. And it helps to ground whatever we're experiencing into the now. And so I also work with prayer. I'm a minister. I work with prayer and meditation, healing work, connecting you to your next step with your gifts, connecting in groups. So do group work and VIP work. If you want to work one-on-one with me in a like a couples group, you can do that as well. We do couples retreats. That's available. So lots available with me, myself, and I as a as a helper in the world. But I don't do it alone. I connect in with your guides, teachers, and angels, and my guides, teachers, and angels, and we all create it together collectively. So thank you so much for coming to this time with me. And because I don't have a clock, Emily will let me know when it's time to end. And 3 minutes left. All right. Thank you, my dear. So I'm going to just do a little prayer and meditation and light language for you to end. With gratitude, Creator, I thank you for this time. I thank you for this ability to connect on a global scale with whoever is ready to hear this message, these messages today. I thank you that the soul that I have inside of myself is able to connect to the souls of all of these people that are here now. And I thank you that I can connect to souls that have passed, like my father, Jerry Bai, my mother-in-law, Catherine Rice. Thank you. My grandmother, Rose Crisp. Thank you. Thank you to all my ancestors that have paved the way for me to be here now. Thank you, all of the guides, teachers, and angels that walk with me in every day of my life here on earth. Elachuna mayasa de utoye azarabehi odeya. Enamaya sanaya kuruai sanaya ekiyamamaye kunusei oname. Amen. And so it is. Thank you so much for being here once again. And I will see what we can do for connecting next time. I believe next Thursday is next Thursday like Christmas Day? I don't even know. I think we might have one more week. We have one more week. I'll see what I can do to be here live. Otherwise, we will have another repeat show and you will love whatever you see, hopefully. We got lots to choose from. So you can tune in anytime on Transformation Talk Radio to find me, The Empower Me Show. You all can also go to my YouTube channel and find The Empower Me Show on there as well. So until next time, make today great. Make today exactly what you want. And if it's not exactly what you want, allow yourself to honor it anyway. And to love you because you matter. So be blessed. Let your spirit guides, teachers, and angels guide you. And we will connect again at another time. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright on Transformation Talk Radio. Tune in to learn more about living a fully empowered life. Remember that your life is up to you, and you can choose the spiritual path you are on. There is spiritual energy and wisdom in everything and everyone around you. Listen carefully for what the universe is trying to tell you in every moment. You are already being guided along your journey. Call upon your spirit guides anytime you need help with anything. Know that you are safe in every moment, even if it seems that you are not. For more information about Pam Bright, visit brightbutterflyenterprises.com or email theempowermeshow@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening. We hope to see you next week.